Welcome back to another episode of the Conversations with Friends podcast. I'm your host, Bree, and I want y'all to know that my mission and goal here is to build a community where we can have the necessary conversations. And it's Pride Month, y'all. So I got a group of gays here. I'm just playing. I know that'll make y'all laugh. No, but I have some friends here of the show. I wanted to bring y'all on so we could just talk about y'all experiences being Black and gay in America, you know?
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you for having us.
But before we get started, I'm going to let all of y'all introduce yourselves. Whoever want to go first.
What's up, y'all? If y'all seen the podcast, it's me, Rich, coming back for again.
Okay, girl, you can be here.
I'm
I'm a celebrity. Just want to, let y'all know. That's it. I ain't got nothing else to say.
Hey, y'all. I'm Roderick, or Roderick Deon, however you want to, introduce myself. That's how I do it.
What's up, y'all? I'm Beyonce.
Come on, girl.
And these are definitely children.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Ricky from Miami. New to Houston, so I'm honored to be sitting here with
Welcome.
Houston natives. Y'all,
Okay.
Right.
especially this one.
Okay.
Okay, I'm so nervous.
Child, let it free.
Okay, I'm Alan Guy, Alan the Great on Instagram. Also, follow Chef Alan Guy.
Oh, you should just throw our Instagrams on here just in case.
Yeah,
I mean, I am. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I'm going to put all of that information down in the description
Please
box below. You know, I'm going to auction them off. Except for him. Look, he newly married. He newly married.
I'm always single, so that's what I was saying. Throw me out.
They going to know where to find you.
Hey, I'm a fish. I'm a catch.
Not a fish. You trying to be caught on a hook. Okay,
With a
then.
worm.
No, not with a worm.
I ain't got enough to be talking about that.
Look, before we get started, I like to normally open up the show doing the icebreaker. Normally it's this or that, but I wanted to switch it up. And we're going to play a lyric game.
Okay.
So I'm going to say
like
some
this
words.
or that game, but I know I'm gonna let you run your show. But I feel like when I watch,
It'd be cute.
Yeah.
Maybe you come in and then we can play again.
People on their toes, though. You got to keep them guessing.
Right. So I'm going to say a couple of lyrics, and then y'all have to finish the lyric. And if y'all don't know it, y'all got to take a shot. So get your shots ready.
Look, everybody. That's how you can tell we all 30 plus. We all hesitators.
Don't be telling no age.
I'm 27. That's what.
I'm sorry. You said you graduated the year after me?
26.
I was trusting y'all. I told y'all my real age. all my niggas is
Every year you
watching.
turning 27.
I'm 27.
If you watching, they lying on him. And we're in our
By
20s.
the time you see this, he's going to be in his 30s. Okay? So he's 27 today.
Y'all play all day. All right, so we're going to start with the first one. As soon as I get home, I'll make...
Good luck to you.
Wait,
baby, I'll do what I got to do.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
wait.
he was all right.
He was right.
He is right. I said
What did you say?
I was like, soon as. I was singing it.
Oh, okay.
I was singing it because you just
Somebody
said
said make
it.
real love to
You can't.
That's what I
Yeah.
said, baby, because I
Okay,
didn't know what we were saying.
It ain't that,
Well,
but
I thought you were going to be
But that could
singing
also
it.
been as soon as I get home. Soon as
So
I get
you
home
gonna
from
pick
work.
anybody can say what it is, or you just
Everybody say what it
Oh,
is.
okay.
And if you
Okay.
just don't
But
know what it is,
You reading it.
I'm not singing it in the tone because that's going to be easy for you to get.
Got you. That's why I was like, I got to sing it to know it.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Tomato,
So that was a
tomato.
test run.
Mhm.
Dumps in the truck. Thighs like what?
Ain't that hoe got my booty in a bus.
Cisco make that song.
You see me in a thong.
No, you didn't know what that was at first?
I was
At
actually.
first, I thought it was the thong song.
I was like, I was thinking that.
Cut his fucking mic off.
That's what you was like.
bitch mic on.
He's showing our age right here.
Y'all acting like
I
old
won't do that.
mammies now.
Got it.
Ma'am,
Uncles.
don't.
I mean, that's what somebody got it from. Somebody copied. That's literally the same lyric.
From what? To what?
A child,
Whatever.
come on, go to the
Somebody
next
said-
one.
you already
know what I said.
Right.
How he get?
Okay, you need to give it up. Had about enough.
The year was It's not hard to see the boy's mind.
Period.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm. Y'all seem like y'all didn't know. Just go ahead and take a sip of y'all shot over here.
You said
I was like, baby, we gonna have to.
You said,
Give me a
it's
something.
Look, not that it's right there. I can read it. It'd be
That's why I'm
read
trying to read it every time.
No,
I'm trying to read the next one.
Look,
Like, bitch, I'm trying to get it.
You got it. We got Brandy and Monica over there.
Come on, harmonize.
Mhm.
All right. Remember the first day when you called my house? Remember the first day?
Hold on.
Remember the first day when you took me out? Remember that beautiful night. The way we held each other's hand, the way we talk.
Come on.
Yeah, y'all been punked around all the
This is
time.
one of my favorite Destiny Child songs.
Y'all been punked since
I was like, wait.
1999.
Because if you over here still trying to claim 22, you are
Right.
definitely 30.
I know I didn't feel you were the one.
Come on,
Okay.
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 I was younger in love.
Okay, well, we all.
Seventh grade, right left.
Didn't even know what love was.
Okay.
We thought we was in
Yeah.
love.
Mhm.
Take me back to
Girl.
that naivety.
You know how she been doing like the old songs at the beginning of the concert? Girl, if you sing
Run that
Brown
back,
Eyes,
look.
girl.
Trigger.
Nah. Okay.
We all gonna be in there.
Oh,
Crying, bitch, in the corner.
Crying.
All right. I was looking for affection, so I decided to go.
Swing that ass in my direction, and I be out of control.
Okay, baby. This is the.
I know what it
Suck
is
it
now.
to me like you want to.
But I couldn't have been able to
Yeah.
finish.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah.
No. Okay. Well, take a shot. I heard you, Deon.
Ooh.
Go ahead and take all of it. You know I don't
Ooh.
play that. Go ahead.
You too. You ain't took.
You ain't
I
saying
took
that.
you.
I sung the song.
Not that one.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
You better have my best friend. You better have my back best friend.
Ooh.
Sorry.
I was looking for affection.
You did
Too
sing
late.
it.
Decided to go.
I done was
Too late.
Mhm.
I
Take a
didn't
look
hear.
at my direction.
We can run it back.
Mm-hmm.
Make me out of
It's back.
control. You know I'm the. You know, bitch. If I'm in not nothing else, I'm the Missy.
Watch
I'm
some
gonna put
bitches.
Missy Elliott on the aux.
Watch
He
some
gonna
bitches.
ooh eye for it.
You better watch those B words.
Okay. You know, over there.
What we not
Gonna
gonna do is
stand
how y'all
up,
know we
stand
did. We not gonna do this today.
Look,
Today.
Look.
We ain't finna do this
Look, we
today.
got
I'm just saying we
company.
don't. Yeah, we
do this
gonna
today.
act civil, and then also we got this is a podcast, not a marathon. So come on.
Ooh, child.
Okay.
All right. You need a hot one. I got one.
I'm
Make
spit
it.
it. Right,
I know that.
You need a hot one, I got one. Take it up, bitch.
Okay, I was
Put it up, down,
Nobody knows what
Boom like dynamite. Rocket bell boy.
We know we.
Just
Yeah.
don't stop.
We
Make me
know the
already.
whole
already.
reason.
I'm gonna let y'all have it. Let y'all have it. Is that your car, the SK8?
Is that your car? The SK8?
Can
Are you
I
riding alone? Can I be your date?
Come get me.
Come get me.
Don't
Don't
diss
diss
me.
Don't
Don't
treat
treat
me.
me.
Where you live?
Can they come too?
Can you hook 'em up? What's the
Take your
boys?
shot.
I took it. I was singing with you.
I got you.
B word, I
I'm
was
trying to get
singing with
everybody else
you.
mixed up.
Look,
Yeah.
B word, I was singing with you. Boy, what I want.
Oh, okay. He went straight to the
Alright.
ad-libs.
Come on,
I mean,
ad-libs. Trying to get
I
extra
love an
points.
ad-lib.
Look, trying to get
Okay.
extra points over there.
I love an ad-lib.
Did. Did with the extra points.
Y'all know Lil Mo came on them songs.
Okay.
Told them,
Yeah.
And did every
Right.
She
single
was the
time.
girl to
Every single
call
time.
at that
Girl.
She
time.
was the girl.
That she was.
She was.
Uh-huh.
She's
Okay, tell you what I did last night. I came home safe
About a
around.
quarter to three.
Huh.
Still so high.
Yeah.
In the times.
In the trance.
With
My
my
body
body
so buttery brown. Yes.
You would have thought I needed help, but the feeling that I felt so good I had to catch my breath. Ooh, there goes my shirt.
I know that's right. Y'all better sing up here.
Hold on.
Boy.
The girls is not girling no more.
Not
Cause
like
I'm
how they
singing these
used
songs
to.
and I'm like, the girls not giving us
Yeah,
like
nothing.
Not the real R&B vibes back in the day, child.
no, because you say some of these songs lyrics, I'm not gonna know the rest.
Yeah,
of the
And,
song.
and this is why we're in this era of music.
Yeah, right.
You know what?
This is why we're
I'm with
here.
You right.
You're right. You're right.
You will always be a part of me. I'm a part of you.
I know you indefinitely. And boy, don't you know you can't escape me. Ooh, darling, 'cause you'll
They think
always
they in the
be
studio,
my
y'all.
baby. And we'll linger on. And the feeling is yours.
I know that's right.
No, you're never gonna shake me. Ooh, darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby. Okay, wait.
Be back.
Ooh, I feel like y'all really trying to bounce in your nights a little bit colder. Oh,
And
I know that you'll be right back. Oh, baby, believe me, it's only a matter of time.
Not the time. You'll always be a part of me. Not y'all.
The girls are not girling.
Okay.
Come
Because
on.
we in a whole room
The
full of
girls were
Beyonce.
singing like,
This is
yeah.
going on.
We all singing.
We all
singing lead.
concert.
Okay. This the last one.
Okay.
This the last one. This the last one. Got a lot of bands. Got a lot of Ivy on me.
I gotta fan myself off. I gotta fan myself off. I gotta cool it down, heat it. You know,
I
she
know
said
that's
this is her
right.
favorite song to perform.
I can understand it. I
She-
can
when she
understand
be
it.
singing that
song, I
she ain't tell somebody.
Yeah.
She had said this is her favorite song to perform, so I can't
But
wait.
you should have went through the other part, you know.
Oh, that's what you wanted to start.
Face, my, yeah.
Yeah.
Face, my, never decline my.
No,
yeah,
never
I mean,
decline
you was gonna
my
go. This
God.
is, you know, I'm glad
That's
you
why I should've went
rehearsing
with it, huh?
and ready for the
Yeah, baby, I'm ready for the
concert.
concert.
I know that's right.
Right.
I love He Did.
I love it.
Favorite one of
It is a
the
great
favorite
One of
one.
my favorites.
It is. It give you a
One of
good
the faves.
vibe.
Can't say fave.
Good vibe.
It's up
Virgo's
there.
Groove would be like my favorite song on
Yeah.
the entire album.
That little Virgo's groove, then Move, and
He Did.
that's like
She
my-
ate
A whole
that.
little vibe.
She did.
Little transition
Yeah.
thing right
She
there.
cooked.
Mhm.
She served herself a plate and then she ate.
She did.
She did.
Mhm.
Agreed. 100%.
It was served right.
That was cute.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Okay. That was off the.
She cooked, she served, she ate.
She ate.
Did. I'm gonna have to let me put that in my
gonna
notes.
be- Look, by the time they come out, people gonna be saying it.
You know, it's
know?
true.
Mhm.
Next photo.
Hello.
Nah.
I'm so ghetto. I was going to say I cook, I clean, I fuck, I shut up. I think that's what he
I'm
was
over here
going with
I
that.
cook, I clean, never smell like onion ring.
Yes.
That's where I was going
That's
with
what
it.
it is. Let's do it.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into these topics. I wanted to start off a little bit with y'all telling a little bit about y'all background. I mean, I know y'all, but the people don't know y'all.
Mhm.
You know. So where did everybody grow up? So everybody can know.
Houston.
North side of Houston.
Houston, Texas.
Mm.
Born and raised on the playground.
I grew up in Miami and Opelika.
Opelika is like really a place,
Opelika is a real place.
like a neighborhood.
Opelika is basically like, so, okay, Miami, South Beach is Miami Beach.
Mhm.
That's like its own city. The city of Miami is Opelika.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But within Opelika, you will also, like, it's been broken down since then. So, like, you know how it's,
Hood, neighborhood.
yeah, so now it would be like Miami Gardens and Liberty City, all this other
Coral
stuff. but-
Gables.
Yeah,
That's all
Coral
about it.
Gables is fine. Them girls ain't really from Miami.
Well, that's all I want.
How we do it in Miami would be like, what do your police car say?
Mm.
Our police car say City of Miami.
Yeah.
Coral Gables, that should say
City.
City of Coral Gables.
You're not from Miami.
Yeah. That would be, yeah, Coral Gables would definitely, we would look at that like a Katy. Now, if you from Coral Gables, like, we would be like, oh, bitch,
You caught that.
loaded. Yeah, but,
Your
people
yeah,
got
I was, my family's from Opelika.
City. Or,
And then I grew up
Look, Mo City.
in Bunch Park and Hialeah Gardens.
Okay.
That's the place I live.
Okay. So we got a Miami, like a out of towner.
I mean, I live here now. One of y'all do.
Okay, you're in Houston.
You done been here like a year now, huh?
6 months makes you Houston.
Okay.
You know.
I feel like I just started getting out here though. Like I feel like I just started putting
I
myself.
feel
out
like
there
you've
more.
been here for a little minute, but now you kind of like, you
Like,
here,
yeah.
you're
Here
a
now.
resident now.
Yeah,
You know?
She's arrived.
Y'all sweet. out
It's
here.
a whole new city, child.
Mm.
I need to welcome myself back to Houston.
Okay.
I don't even live
Because
here no
this
more.
Houston
and I
is a
wanna
little
welcome
different,
myself
child.
back.
What'd you say?
I said I don't even live here, and I'm trying to welcome myself back every time I come here.
Mhm.
Get
Where you live
baptized.
now?
I live in Austin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look, was that
Have you been to
shade?
Austin before? Y'all know what's crazy? I've never been anywhere besides Houston.
We should go. We should go to on a road trip to Austin. I'm gonna set that up soon.
Okay.
It's like a Bad
It'll be
Boys.
fun.
Okay.
I'm gonna set that.
Yeah.
soon.
Not
I'm
the
set that
bad
up.
boys tour.
I just watched it
Shall
on
we
my
be
hair.
like, they got bad boy sexes. It could be like pretty boy sexes.
No.
True.
Okay.
I just watched it on the way here. It was like something.
Oh,
to put
you
on.
watch Bad Boys and you live in Austin.
'Cause y'all
That's
love
You watch
interesting.
Bad Boys? You ghetto. She's so ghetto.
Oh.
What do you think? It's been a little bit
Look,
ghetto. It's
Medium ghetto.
He included Jason. Don't listen to
Zeus not paying me, so I'm not gonna talk about none of that other shows.
Okay.
I'm not about to talk about none of that
It's a
other
guilty
shows.
pleasure,
It is
huh?
a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm going to San Antonio on Sunday.
Oh.
Wait, you been to? This your first time?
I've never been to
What
San
you
Antonio.
going there for?
Antonio's
Oh, yeah, it's
cool.
cool.
Erica Badu concert.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay.
how long you gonna be
Fine,
there?
yeah.
Yeah.
Literally one day.
Oh, okay.
I
Because
heard
I'll be
it's not a
there
place
next
to be
weekend.
for,
I'm
like-
on tour,
Okay.
Wait, I thought
Oh.
From
baby.
okay.
Oh no, 2 weeks
Okay.
from now.
Look, we're gonna catch
What's
back
your
up to
friend?
this.
He do like
He do
he's
fried.
Like,
Don't
I do
bring it up.
fried,
Yeah.
like,
I do
but
all
he
the
works for like a
LGBT
liquor company.
yeah.
So
Oh,
he
okay.
like the LGBT ambassador.
Okay, I thought you was a scammer.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh.
not a scammer.
Not Richie the
Okay.
scammer.
I mean, he do got his nigga outfit on today, so I mean,
Got
like,
his nigga outfit on.
got your hood nigga outfit today, so I mean,
Scammer.
Scammer ass rich. Give a fuck
yeah,
about
he
a
bouncing all
nigga.
over stage, running out them souls, hit them ATM.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. That is not his thing.
That's not my thing.
He has a
Oh
respectful
wait,
job.
we done with the game, so everybody just should finish their shot.
Well, go ahead.
Everybody,
Go ahead. Mine is right here.
everybody should
Okay.
finish their shot.
Bully. No, I'm just playing.
Rick,
You
and
ain't finished yours?
no, it's still
Oh, y'all was just sipping.
yeah, because
Alan, you grew
You
up here too,
scared?
right?
Yeah. I
He
grew
trying
up
to
here.
change the
I grew
subject.
up
You
here
scared?
in,
Yeah, yeah.
between Fifth
You scared?
Ward,
that shot's still over there.
Oh, yeah.
Scared. But why you taking your shot?
It's been a while. I had a while yesterday. I had
Did
a
you?
while today.
Mm.
If I pass out on this podcast, it's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
take
caught
you
on
to the
film.
hospital.
That's gonna be cute.
I'm letting you know.
If you
Okay.
pass out, it's
Wait,
gonna be
it's gonna get the ratings up.
Make
You
sure
know
you
you
still
look
you
cute
free.
when you sleep.
Yeah.
I'm
We're gonna miss your
You
face.
be
Make sure you got
cute.
a
You
good
gotta
cute
cool
look.
it down.
You know,
I
heat
heat
it,
Right.
This a
Happy
big ass shot.
Pride.
too.
Look, happy
Happy
Pride,
Pride.
guys. Clink, clink,
Happy
clink, 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 clink.
This is like a
Look,
double
not you.
shot.
What y'all got a national anthem?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, not you was pressure me. Take your whole shot. You know how we
Right.
I
do.
like to do that. I
Bottoms
like to
up,
get
bitch.
y'all bitches drunk so I can judge y'all after.
That's what I said. He was trying to set
Watch
y'all
us up,
up.
baby. Come on.
Watching you.
Got my eye on you.
Call Brianna tomorrow. Did you see how he was acting?
Real messy. After he the one that got you drunk.
Right.
Okay.
Mm.
You took yours?
Barely.
I had a little
Okay.
sip.
He
All
licked
right,
it.
all right, one more time.
just take-
Salute.
Ooh,
All right.
ooh, he threw that back.
Mm.
Mm.
Well, he's
Oh,
married.
baby, don't do that.
You know,
Okay.
he
Used to
used
drink
to
back in the
it.
day.
Uh-huh.
It's not back in the day, bitch.
Baby,
Okay.
this
I'm
is
26 years old.
Look, he is
for the
inside of his
eighth, for the
30s.
eighth time. Let's call a spade a spade,
Yeah, I
baby.
can
Right.
finish this shot right now.
7 times.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Oh,
say
okay.
That's fine. Put in your cup.
I feel like this year makes 8.
Mhm.
He put it
Let me
down.
technical.
y'all ain't got no lemonade back there.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that was coming today. I would have got y'all some lemonade.
Oh God.
I brought the Vox. The
Okay.
Vox. So did y'all grow up with like a 2-parent household? How did y'all grow up? With both parents involved in your life? Y'all had
I didn't.
siblings?
My parents actually split up like while my mom was pregnant with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she went through like, her because that was her first person that she ever been with,
Mhm.
and so she went through like her little situation. You know how we was when we
Yeah.
went through our first real breakup.
Mhm. And then she pregnant with you.
Yeah, she was
That's a
pregnant.
lot.
So it was like, that was a hard time for her, but she married again now.
Yeah.
So she good.
But your dad is in your life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we going through some stuff right now, but we'll be okay. Like
Yeah.
he, it'll get there.
So did you grow up with him around?
Yeah. I grew
Okay.
up with him around, but I think when I was like maybe like those first 5 years of my life, it was still kind of like toxic with them.
Mhm.
So
So it's a little
yeah, it was a little,
Little touch and go.
and I think for him it was a big deal because he's, I think he kind of felt like, damn, I wasn't really like there for you, but it was just like, it wasn't
There's
as
a lot
smooth
going
as it was once I got a little bit older. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But my stepdad is cool.
Excuse me.
He was always kind of around. I remember him from like when I was like super young, so he was
Mhm.
cool. We had our little
A little air.
stuff too. You know, we used to be tearing it down, baby.
Not saying it down.
But now we all like cool, you know.
Yeah.
And he was like from like at my wedding, like he is the one person who I feel like has mentioned it the most since then. Like he just
So proud.
you know, and that was his first time even being around anybody gay. Like he just, you know, so he was like, you know, man, I had a good time. Everybody was in there just turned
Cool,
up, having a
turned
good
up.
time, you know. So
He was in there having a
That's
ball
good.
day.
yeah, he was dancing. He was trying to like. I got a video I'm gonna send to you. He seen him like twerking upstairs and stuff. And so my sister, she caught him like on the video, like.
Oh, he had a ball.
Okay.
Real good time.
Okay.
Had a ball.
What about you?
I did. I have a situation similar to Alan where like my mom and my dad split up when she was not pregnant with me. She knew she was finna get up out of there.
Yeah.
But my mom was married again, like by the time I was 1 to my stepdad. And that's who raised me. My real dad went to prison. So I had 2 parents in the household, and then I had like my dad. I didn't understand he was in prison, but he was definitely like very present.
You talked to him and stuff.
We wrote a lot actually.
Oh, okay.
But
you didn't know at the time that he was in prison. You just thought that
no,
that's just how y'all communicated.
It didn't really click. My
Yeah, 'cause you was
mom,
young.
she didn't let me go. Now it's weird though, cause like in my not old age, Lord, I done told my age.
27.
But yeah, like now that I'm grown, I feel like me and my biological father have had like a harder time getting along now that I'm grown because I'm gay. And I feel like it's just really, really hard for him.
Yeah. His loss.
And I mean, you know, he know how to call this phone when he needs something, though.
Oh, well, that's how it goes.
I understand that 100%.
I feel like to add on that is just with my experience, like when it's all like, oh, I'm just coming around, like, you know, I'm not, you know, trans, which I feel like trans people have it like 10 times harder, you know, for the straight community
and black trans.
You know, like I
like
look,
at
you know,
the level.
straight, you know, quote unquote. So it's easier for them to just like kind of ignore the fact or whatever. But I feel like once I got, you know, was getting married and had to invite some of these people that I thought was like
some of your family and stuff.
Yes, you know, that's when like, you know, I sent my invitations out December like 27th. From there to here has been like, you know, it's been my
Up
life
and down,
has been all
shaking.
over the place.
Yeah.
Because I feel like some people, it's easier for them to like tolerate you when it's not like right there in your face. Like,
right, but support
we're not
totally
kissing, we're not up under each other, you know, we pretty chill.
I think it's more confusing when it's like that too, especially like
you know, but I didn't really realize that
was going on.
After the fact, like once some of these people started like acting funny, they didn't respond, you know, then it's like, you know, I had to have some of these tough conversations and it's like now you know, I'm reflecting back on like, and I'm like, bitch, I was really coming around and just like, you know, like I couldn't even be myself around y'all. You know, like, are y'all really even my family? Like I have like friends, like even extended friends. You know, like when when we together, we turn up, like you know, you know, like you know what I mean,
right?
And it's not like that with them. But I didn't realize that until I actually had to
go through
be
this
myself in front of them. You know,
it's like you find out where the tolerance lies. I think that's what my dad is.
I think that's a good. To me, it's a good thing so you can see exactly what people are, and you can decide. I mean, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good, but it's like now I know where you are, and now I know where to place you.
Yeah, but I feel like that's the hard part.
Yeah,
like,
it's unfortunate.
That is something like you know how I am. Like I'm super, you know, aggressive, the strong person, but that's something that has like
at heart.
You know, reflecting back, like, damn, I feel like I was kind of like in a little bit of a depression leading up to my wedding, just like thinking back on it. You know, at that time, it's just like, bitch, I got a lot going on.
Yeah,
I'm finna try to handle
because it's a lot to plan a wedding. Then on top of that, you having to deal with that part of it too. That is a bit much.
Well, it was a beautiful wedding. So that and if you didn't come to the wedding, you missed a great party. Honestly,
I want to add like a little layer to that, and I know you're gonna get to your family and stuff like. But even when I first came out to my mama, who is a lesbian, and she was like, oh, well, yeah, like I heard what you said, but like you didn't really like act up on it. So I didn't really take it for face value. So she still treated me as if I was straight because it was more, I guess, like easier for her to digest in a sense.
Yeah.
For like up until the first time I brought a boy home, because she was just like, "Oh well, you still out here and you still fucking bitches, or you did this, or you never really brought nobody around, and you wasn't as like you said like flamboyant or in her face about it." So she was just like, "Child, it's a phase, blah blah blah. You still gonna give me grandkids and blah blah blah."
Yeah.
But then that first like initial shock for her to see like, "Oh, this is my boyfriend," she was like, me and her had a little falling out about it, because I was like, "I told you this years ago." She was like, "Well, I just didn't believe you, or I didn't want to believe you, but now that this is a thing," and I'm like,
that's so
gay.
interesting. That's
you
what I was
are
gonna
a
say.
lesbian. And my mom's been open and out
For
since
the
I was like
longest.
since I was like 4. So I was like, it was so weird and backwards for me. But
to piggyback off of something that you said is, when we're looked at as a boy, even though we're gay, I'm like, what do you expect us to do? Walk around throwing glitter? Like, I don't have a purse. I'm not throwing like that's just not what I'm still a boy. I just happen to like men. I mean, I'm still a boy. I'm just attracted to who I'm attracted to.
Yeah.
So,
and they also have like a misconception of like what gay. A lot of straight people
have a misconception
of like what
I
gay.
think a lot of gay
They
just think that we're like all feminine. We wear makeup. We wear nails. We wear like
nothing wrong with, but it's just
nothing
like
at all. But it's just like there's spectrums of everything.
Like all
straight
straight people are different,
right? All black people are different.
I mean, even like you said, even gay people had that, because like for me, that's what took me so long to come out, for having 2 queer parents. And because I was like, well, all I know is RuPaul's Drag Race, and if that's what gay is, I ain't that.
I'm not that.
And I don't really feel like I'm about to be like the next LeBron James, and I'm not out here just like this. So I was like, I didn't really see that representation. I know we're probably talking about that. We're gonna get to it, but I think that's kind of like, back when we were growing up, we didn't see it, and everybody only knew certain extremes.
I think they just heard when we was gay. Like, I think for my dad, he just assumed, which was crazy. Like, my mom always kept me like real like well dressed and just like put up. Like, honestly, in my life at home, I didn't experience a lot of like trauma from being gay. But like my experience with like my father, which is unfortunate, and it's not his fault, but I realize it's just like a lot of ignorance about the spectrum, like you said. Like, I think when he heard I was gay, he might have just envisioned like, oh, my son is like cross-dressing.
Yeah, you feel like, dressed like a girl.
I was like a preppy, like nerdy kind of kid. I wasn't doing none of that. I knew that I liked boys, and I didn't have a problem with it because my mom and my grandma and my aunts, like, nobody made me feel crazy. Like,
So what y'all, I wanted to ask you, did you grow up with both parents in your life?
I grew up in a very toxic situation with both of my parents. And we're going to put it out there. We're going to put it out there.
This is not the podcast, so we got the sugar cover.
When we going to say it, we're going to say it.
The mic is on. The mic was on. I thought you were going to say it. Yeah, too.
A very toxic environment with both of my parents. And they were... So my dad's dad died when he was 6 weeks old. And then my mom's dad, my grandparents, they weren't together very long. So they had this perception as like, I have to stay together for my children. And I feel like that was the wrong thing to do.
Hell yeah.
Because all we saw was like volatile like arguing. And I'm like, if this is what love is, baby, give me a puppy dog and some goldfish and I'm sitting in the corner by myself.
Right.
Because I don't want to deal with this.
Yeah.
And so... I mean, now that they're separated, I just feel like they're both better off.
Yeah.
But like growing up in it, like every day, it was times where I was just like, when they would be arguing so much, I had to beat on their door, like, y'all just shut the fuck up. And they would stop. But it's just like, as a teenager, like, why do I have to deal with this?
Yeah.
And it's just like,
you
have to learn behavior, and that's some behavior I had to unlearn. And I was like, I don't want to go through that.
Yeah.
So if I'm ever married and all of that stuff, I don't want to be that. That's one thing I said I will never do.
Yeah. That takes work, unlearning habits that you just grew up around. Because it's like, you can see it and you can say, okay, I don't want to be that. But then it's like, if that's how you grew up learning what love is, sometimes you can just like...
But just
like... Especially like in your teenage years, you soak up a lot of stuff that you see and that you do.
And you repeating habits, just mannerisms,
who you going to be going into adulthood.
But even being a gay male, you have to already shape your life and what your love life is going to be. So if this is all you saw... I'm not gonna do this, but I don't know what I want to be because I've never seen gay love before. So it's like you have to figure it out.
Definitely.
So a lot of people that came to the wedding was like, it was their first time even seeing, like, being at a gay wedding or, you know, like a lot of people said that, which I get, you know, because I haven't been to a lot myself.
Because gay marriages were just legalized not too long ago. So,
and not even just gay marriage, was just like, I feel like as Black gay men, like, I don't want to say it like that, but just like doing well enough to like produce a wedding, or you know, like people get married,
or even
because, you know,
a healthy relationship.
To see that. I think that was my first gay wedding that I've been to where I felt like I was at a wedding.
Yeah, you
like,
told me that too.
I felt like it was.
Here we go.
Not the after party.
I was like, we going out, but I had a party today. I don't want to keep
you had a wedding weekend.
Yeah, but I think that was my first. I don't even want to just say gay wedding. Just like, I've been to a lot of weddings, but like you could just feel like a good energy in the room. Like it was just like the love, and you could feel like that it was right. Yeah. So I know you went through a lot before the wedding that you just put out, but like honestly, the day of, I would have never guessed.
Good vibes. Good vibes. I feel like good people bring good vibes, and y'all set the tone.
Right.
Y'all some good people. So what do y'all identify as?
We're not going to...
Oh, I thought you had talked about. Go ahead, talk about it, sir. Look, because he gonna go ahead.
No, I'm gonna make it quick, y'all. But it is a roller coaster of a ride.
You should say this.
Yes.
This is
it's like what y'all got. I'm about to like.
You touched on it, but you need to.
Child. So both of my parents are gay. My mom was dating men hardcore lesbian, but she was also.
I thought
not too much for my mama.
Look,
not too much for my mama. You know, I love your mama.
She gave me Easy E back in the day.
I mean, she So my mama had I wouldn't say a phase, but like she had a situation where she was dating drag performers and people that did cross dressing. Then she had a boyfriend because he still presented male.
You think that was a fetish for her?
Probably. Because she left him, or actually was cheating on her boyfriend with my dad's boyfriend, and then they started kind of bumping purses.
What?
But you got to tell them what the daddy.
Well, my dad.
Hold on.
So my mama.
Let him explain because it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm still following.
So my mama was dating a drag performer.
Right.
She was cheating on her boyfriend with my dad's current boyfriend. Then my dad found out. And so then my mama saw my dad first time as, like, she knew what my dad looked like as a male.
He's a drag.
But my dad did drag. So my mom walked up on my dad in full drag. She knew what his boy presenting self looked like. Never seen him in drag. And was like, you know, hey, shawty, let me this. And he was in his head like, oh, okay, well.
That she thought that it was him.
You the person that's fucking my man. So I'm going to get you and I'm going to get him. So my dad fell into the whole trap. And so now she got 3 people she entertaining. And then so that whole thing happened. They all had like a little house party.
The gag with all of this is that this is not even gay.
Yeah. But this is not even gay.
Very, very straight.
But the crazy thing was they all had like a little house party and my mama was like, look, I am a female at the end of the day. If y'all gonna do whatever y'all need to do, y'all need to fight it out or whatever. So like she basically
not her started it and
y'all
fight it out.
Y'all figure it out.
Yeah.
Some little rumbling and tumble happened. The little rumble and tumbling happened. My dad came out victorious, and then he was like,
"Okay,
hey,
Victoria."
So that's what I didn't know. Some of those I knew.
Yeah,
either one.
So they kind of parted ways. Everybody like whatever. My mom and my dad got married when I was 2 years old.
Okay, so they was actually
in a relationship.
Yeah, I knew that, but I didn't know some of the details.
But
tell them what's going on now.
But yeah, it's still more. So
this was before you was born.
Yeah. So part of the reason why. Part of the reason why I'm here is because my mom's dad passed away, who I'm named after, R.I.P. Rich. But it's a lot of layers. But like basically, he died on the day before my mom's birthday. That was her favorite person. She wanted to have a son.
That's how you got your
She
name.
said it's gonna be this name. My dad is a 3rd, and I was supposed to be a 4th. And my mom was like, "No, my dad just died, so it's gonna be a boy. He's gonna be born on this day." They tried to have me, whatever. I came a week late.
So they planned it,
baby. Came a week late, so I'm exactly a week from my grandfather, who I met. Well, he died like a year before I was born.
Okay.
They got married when I was 2. They got divorced when I was 3. My mom
Did they really?
Yeah. and actually not even a whole year, 360 days.
Why
They've
they
only
got divorced?
Because my mom wanted to be a lesbian.
Oh, okay.
She said,
so she was really trying to be in a
The question
relationship.
is, why did they get married?
They were both
doing
doing their thing on the side. And so then they got divorced, and then they was like, hey, we gonna really be our authentic self. My mom, she was fully out with me. She was like, hey, hardcore, like kissing women when I was 4. She got married. She got married like, shit, how many times? 8, 9?
Don't do that. Don't do mama.
I'm sorry, but
don't do it. Don't do
I'm
it.
sorry.
She's
like,
been around.
I think that's real wrong.
Cool. She's
She's hit that block
and
a couple
I'm
times.
summing up the story because they got divorced. My dad and I didn't, and we can talk about when we get to the coming out stuff, but like my dad didn't come out to me till like a year before I came out to him. So he just hid it the whole time.
You never even knew that.
No.
Oh, you know what?
He never even told me he did
Oh my God.
My story is.
Yeah, yes.
This is giving me a Netflix fucking original.
Yes. But the crazy thing was,
He can really sell this story right
Yeah.
now.
well, not if we put it on the podcast.
And it
It
needs
can
to be
still be
released.
sold. Okay, we can still package it
Right,
up.
'cause it's here, and we can.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing was, my mom had a random cancer scare like 6 years ago. She's fine. She's good. But my dad and her like still be cordial. You know, I'm the only child, so they still talk all the time. So they recently got married while they were in relationships. My dad was in like a 14-year relationship. My mom was like in a 2-year relationship, whatever. And they are still currently and legally married.
Yeah.
To this day, they're still married.
Right.
But to answer, I did grow up in a 2-household family. I've always known my dad. He's my best friend.
Because you done veered off from the question. Come on.
Nah.
But that's it.
But this story was
Let me
needed.
tell you
But it was
something.
needed.
It was gonna come out.
It's
I-
interesting.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
definitely is
You definitely won the first question.
the background portion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
Thanksgiving-
in background.
Okay.
Look, Thanksgiving's are
In background.
very-
That really just been number
Thanksgivings are very, very interesting to say the least.
Oh my gosh, no, I got questions about that. I issue later.
Yeah, we can get to it.
And your name is Rich, and your
Yeah.
name is Roderick, right?
I go by Deon, but yeah. My
Roderick.
Yeah.
My
I call you
father,
Roderick.
his name is
He
Richard,
calls me Deon.
and my brother
started
name
it,
is
so-
Roderick.
Really? You
Yeah.
have his daddy named Rich and his brother named Roderick.
That's
Oh,
so funny.
that's so funny.
I heard you.
You call me Ellen or Marquise.
I
feel
always
you
call you, baby. I forget your name is Marquise.
Your name is Marquise?
My mama is
Mm-hmm.
my
Your
mama
name is Alan.
My mama is the only person that
But you
calls him
used
Marquise.
to call me Marquise.
And Nisha.
for the longest
Yeah.
until
Yeah,
you start
for the-
saying, "Bitch, my name is Alan." I was
Alan.
like, you
Yeah.
know what, you right.
Wait. His real
You're
name
right.
legally is Marquise
Okay.
Allen Guy.
Yeah, you said my name is Alan, bitch.
Look at him.
You right.
Yeah.
Your name Marquise?
Alan is his
Look,
other
this whole
name.
time
Bitch, I feel like Jane even say
Surprise,
Marquise
surprise,
at the
bitch, I'm
wedding.
a scammer.
bitch.
Yes,
Oh my
yes.
God.
Look,
all
I
a
smelled
lie.
it somewhere.
But the next time I see you like going off on somebody,
No,
just
no.
so people can think I'm like, we're gonna see, I'm gonna be like,
Marquise.
Right.
Marquise.
Oh my
Right.
God.
His mama is probably the only person besides like the people who I work with at Chick-fil-A.
Mhm.
Like, they call me Marquise.
Not the homophobic chick.
No.
Child.
Chick-fil-A. My
You know that
people
was his
I work
first
with-
No,
job.
but I'm saying
Right.
like the company
Yeah,
now.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah.
maybe they.
I mean, we all
that
have
wasn't
our
my
personas.
experience.
I have a reason why I go by Deon and not Roderick. So
Mhm.
I'm a junior, and
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
okay.
me and senior don't get along.
Yeah.
So
So you
I
prefer
got
me
all
on
my names
identity.
from
I
like,
feel
wait,
you.
me,
And I tried to go by Rich because my grandfather was born like
and you rich.
yeah, well, because he died right
Period.
before, and my family couldn't distinguish the two of who they was talking about, which Richard. So my mama started like saying Little
Okay.
Rich, and then I just like, we can't bring that into school.
Oddly, they call my daddy Ricky, and then I got Ricky. But my name is actually Raquan.
So you the one.
Let me get y'all. Let me get y'all. My name is one of my grandfather's name is Ricardo, and the other one his name is Quan Lee. And my mama literally put it
She put
together.
them together.
But she liked it because my daddy wanted me to be Lil Ricky.
Mm.
Yeah.
oh, that's kind of cute.
And then it was like, oh, well, he still could be Ricky.
It's a
Like,
little
my name
mix.
is R-I-C
Quan.
apostrophe
What
Quan.
was that?
Okay.
The
You
apostrophe.
started from the bottom up.
We need to take a picture tonight and put in the caption. Rick Quan.
That gonna be like,
Right.
not doppelgangers.
So we got to get through this.
Come on, we ain't gonna never
Because we're going to be here all night long.
This is what the kiki
What do y'all
is.
identify as?
As far
as what?
Like your I mean, you on the lesbian, gay, trans. I know. I'm just saying for the people.
Oh, I thought you meant was real talk about
What you say? Oh, well.
Or what they say on the app? What you into?
Right. What you into?
What you into?
I mean, if I'm like in a mixed crowd or something, I just say gay just because it's easiest to digest. But like, I'm pansexual, so that's like, you know, if
what's pansexual?
Pansexual is not more
like
tied
his mama
to, yeah, not tied to like anybody specifically for like their sexual identity or like their gender identity, things like that. So like, you know, I'm attracted to like trans, not everybody, do not be hitting me up. But like it's not excluding trans men, trans women, non-binary people, just like
good looking bitches.
I fall in love with the art and not the artist.
Within that, do you have a type though?
I have different types for different art.
He's a complex person.
Yeah. You know.
Okay.
When your birthday?
I'm an Aquarius.
I'm an Aquarius too. That's on the
18th.
The 18th?
February 18th.
February 10th.
How you identify?
I'll say bisexual.
Bisexual?
You know, I like to go deep sea diving every now and again.
Don't call it look at them two gays over there. Look at them two G's in the
I identify as a punk. Yeah, that's me. No, I'm gay. Like I was just joking with my best friend. And she's a beautiful woman, but like everybody always be like, y'all like soulmates, and I'd be like, no.
Like, I mean, a friend could be a soulmate. They be trying to put y'all together.
Like a couple, and she always laugh and be like,
and you
Ricky
like,
don't even like. Don't even come around me naked. Don't cuddle with me. It be times so like we both been in our feelings and we'll like cuddle and we'll both be like, bitch, ill. Like, but I don't like girls like at all.
At all?
No.
Okay.
I like niggas.
All day. All day. What's the authority? Okay.
Yeah.
Double down.
What about you?
Yeah, I'm just a punk too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gay.
You like niggas. At what age did y'all think for yourselves that y'all were gay?
For me, it was. I feel like for me, it was early on. Like it was early on that, you know, like maybe it was like stuff that happened, like not nothing traumatic, but just like stuff that happened that just like not geared me towards being gay, but just like made me realize like,
you don't like them girls.
I like being, you know, like, and I also feel like I dated like, cause you know I used to have the bitches.
You did.
Tell me about it.
You did.
You ain't gotta tell me
about it. Up at school fighting about
it. I feel like at that time, it was like, you know, we was all like all of us, like even
we just feel like that's what we was all
trying to figure our stuff out. You know, we was young, like I said earlier, those teenage years, like everything is like impressionable. You know, you soaking everything up. You know, so I feel like during that time, you know, in my head, it's like, okay, a man's supposed to be with a woman, right? You know. And, you know, I thought the girls that I dated was like cute and shit, you know, and I did like little stuff, you know, but
what's little
stuff like
little stuff like put your face in it,
right? Let's get into the smoke.
Because what you call little and what's big?
So you a gold star gay or you a platinum gay? You know,
not you got stars.
Okay, so I have had penetration before.
Okay, so you're a gold star.
Yeah. So I've had penetration with a woman before, but I feel like for me, my experience, it was just like, you know, I was a teenage boy,
just
like
doing
I was horny,
something.
bitch. You know, I wasn't really like, you know, like how
I really like
now,
this girl.
Right. Well, like any hole was a goal.
Right.
Now, bitch, I'm a gold star. You know, but back then it just was like, you know, doing stuff, you know, and I feel like that was really only with one girl that I was like that with, and then other girls I would like, you know, suck on titties and play around with shit, you know, little bullshit. Yeah.
What about you?
Me?
Yeah, you ever been?
I have ever been. Girls love me. I don't know what it be. I think it's that thing where we was talking about how like you look like a man. I really think a lot of girls, whether they straight or not, I think, especially like bad cags, like I feel like they really be loving us. Like they be really
Mm-hmm.
There are girls that I feel like are very aroused by.
They are.
Gay
And
men.
I mean, not just found it out, but I've heard different things over the years. But then also I've had like a direct conversation with a group of women where they were like attracted to gay men, and I was like,
like watch
like they
gay
go to
porn,
gay clubs
and all that.
and want to pick up gay men. And
But
I'm
that's like I also that's like a fetish for a lot of people too, and it's not like a hardcore fetish to where like they gonna act on it, but they just enjoy the entertainment of it all. It's just like you fun ass boy, you know, like you still a man, you got a dick, you know.
And I be like, bro,
I ain't got nothing for you. That uncomfortable.
I had girlfriends though, Ali. They all are lesbians now. For the most part, except one. But I had girlfriends and I had sex with a few girls. But I think that's how I knew. I tried.
You tried it and you was like,
I tried. I was like, maybe I'm not gay because like my experience was a little different. My mom never made me feel weird. Like, I thought it was normal. Like, she took me on dates with guys. She let me court. She taught me how to court men, which is why I feel like I have a hard time dating you niggas now because y'all don't know how to court. But I didn't have that experience. But I feel like at a certain point in high school, I was like, I'm gonna try. Like, coochie was good, but
not what you wanted.
No, it wasn't it. I mean, I already know, baby. You and I, like, we bronze, not even gold. What is under that?
I don't even know the scale, right?
Well, like, so from what I heard, is like if you've never had sex with a girl, you gold. But if you've never, like, been out of vagina, like, vaginally, so it's C-section, so you platinum.
What? Wait. Oh, if you weren't born out of a vagina.
So you've never seen a coochie.
Never, okay.
That's platinum and gold.
Okay.
But if you had sex, then you just like, girl, you did it.
Yeah.
And
you picked that up with your white gay friends.
Not your black gay friends.
Okay.
I heard it on like drag race.
Like you ain't never seen one, you ain't want to touch it. The coochie make you uncomfortable. You just disgust about it.
No, I like it.
So we down and played in the backyard.
Coochie come with consequences.
I still kind of feel like I'm a gold star a little bit just because the time that they did. It was just like I was so young, like you know. It just was like when I first started. Like,
mine's happened recently in the last like couple of years.
What's that?
Yeah, my last time with a girl was last year.
So yeah, so within the last 5 years.
Girl,
so,
and y'all was what? High school? We are clearly divided.
You got me. Not Trey.
Pride. What's pride about? But I always say I don't think I would ever be
in a relationship with a woman.
No, not even that. I don't think I would ever be with a woman that doesn't identify with queer in some kind of aspect.
Yeah.
Because, and I don't want to say that, but like I think it's harder for specifically Black straight women to like digest that. Like I go out to the gay club.
There are some out
I've
there.
done X, Y, and Z.
Because
It's just like, I mean, you can't even say, oh, I looked at, like, you see these podcasts where like, they're like, oh, if a dude in a group chat, he gay. I'm like, oh, okay.
In a group chat.
Like, no, the one that got me recently was the dudes that like hookah. I was like, why the fuck is that a thing? Like, I don't get it.
I can't drink from a straw. Like, I can't eat a hot dog.
I can't eat a banana. Like, that's the one I don't
So then I'm just like, I think that women that have like this queerness about them would probably understand, me more. Saying like, hey, I've been with more guys than women, obviously. But, or maybe they ain't obvious. But, you know what I mean? So I think queerness has to be some part of it. Like a girl likes to go out to gay clubs. They know that I'm going to support the LGBTQ plus community. They know I'm still have queer friends.
You prefer men.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just saying if I end up
like
with a woman,
the girls a little bit too much attention.
No, you're right. We talking about pride. But I'm saying if I ended up with a woman, it would never be a woman that's not.
I mean, B is still in the pride, so it's okay.
I never really understood the let me not say that because y'all love trying to play with me. And the bitch is smart. Stop playing with me. I just talk like this. But hold on. When queerness is brought up, I think I always kind of just equated to gayness, which is like a different term. But you really just taught me something. Because now I'm like, that's queer.
Well, it's an umbrella.
It's like,
that's how I look at it.
It's like I'm gay. You're gay. But we want to.
Yeah. Everybody's just different.
And that's a queer thing. So I get it now.
I say it as like, it's the umbrella. Some people that's questioning, they figuring it out. They don't really know this. Because it took me, and you were saying coming out, is like the whole like, I didn't want to come out because I thought this what gay was. And then I did that. And then I was like, well, I think I'm bisexual. Then I did that. And then I was like, well, I think I like people that are more than just these two sexes. And then I was like, okay, well, then what the hell is it? So then for a while, it's just like, I didn't even want to tell even like my friends and family. I was like, look, I'm going to just say, y'all, I'm gay because it's the easiest thing for y'all to understand. But if I get married to a woman, that could be a possibility, but I'm not gonna, like I said, open it up.
Because realistically, like, you're queer.
Right. But also, too, somebody had said, I saw this thing was like, I talked to a dude and after a couple months, they transitioned over. And it's like, I'm still attracted to you, but then what does that make me? And then that's why I started like doing more self-evaluation. And then it's like, okay, well, look, queer. Call it spade a spade.
Make it easy. Cool.
Right.
I love that.
Yeah.
How was y'all's coming out? When y'all came out?
Never happened.
Which one?
Never happened. I never. My mama. Let me say something. I could show y'all my baby pictures. I was a punk the whole time. Like literally, but I feel like I'm happy that I was raised how I was raised because I feel like a lot of adversity that affects a lot of gay men, and that makes some of us like you even just said it, where like you didn't really want to tell anybody how you really identify because you felt like they wouldn't understand. Like I feel like I never went through that because I never felt like I never felt weird. Like I felt like they knew I liked boys and they addressed when you was young
too. Like you felt like your mama knew it too.
My mom literally, and shout out to Karen, you the GOAT. Like my mama literally, like I'd be 12 years old and my mama would be like, so you like while she's talking to my other brothers, and I'd be like, oh, I like such and such. Or she'll even notice like other boys in the neighborhood who might not have grew up in that kind of household that'll knock on our door a lot or want to come play or always be asking like for Ricky to come outside. And my mama be like, y'all want to go to the movies? Or like she really created like
a safe space
for myself and a lot of boys that liked me because they love me. They was on my back. But no, she really created that space for me, and I always think about like when I got older and I started to date other gay guys, how like a lot of things that they would do, I would be like, why do you act like that? Or like, why do you, or even, like when you like someone, like, I'm very like, are you interested in going out? Do you want to go have a drink or dinner? I feel like a lot of guys be like, whoa, like, because they want to fuck.
Yeah.
Or they want to do something that feels like very,
macho?
I feel like a lot of gay guys treat the gayness like a fetish or like just like only a sexual thing. And it's not like
let's get straight to that.
Yeah,
first.
whereas it's like for me, I'm like, no, I want to be with you. Like, I love you. I want to go with you. I like you. And I feel like a lot of gay men, it's very sad. But like how y'all just got married, a lot of gay men don't get to that point because nobody teaches us how to, let alone court, but just like court one another or be a man and court a man, date another man. It's a lot.
Well, see, the thing that I've noticed as like in dating with gay black men or just gay men in general, it's a lot of boys in men's bodies that don't know how to properly communicate, that don't know what they want, and they've never had the space or the experience to be able to say, well, this is what I want, this is what I like. They've always had to shun themselves or hide themselves to just mix in with the crowd. So there's just a lot of men out there that don't, especially a lot of gay black men, because we don't know how to come out and be our authentic selves in these spaces because they were never created for us. In our household.
Yeah, a lot of us learn how to date on like, I don't know, y'all remember BGC, we tell our age again. But a lot of us learn how to date on like, being in the
shadows and things like that.
In the shadows.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because it's like y'all had to hide yourselves to a certain extent.
And then too, like, growing up, we were, like you said, hiding ourselves. And so it's like that part of our life, a good majority of our life. And then whenever people came out, now you like starting to like really be your authentic self and like learning, and it's still self-discovery. So now it's a whole nother layer on top of that. But like for me, like I never really took dating serious because it was never an option for me. It's like, okay, we're gonna date and we're gonna be roommates till we like 80, 90 years old. Like getting married was never,
you didn't have like that end goal of
legally wasn't being an option for gay people until like recent. So then it's like I was like 24 when they passed the bill, and I'm like, oh, okay, well now y'all tell me I can finally get married, and it can be legal.
So you weren't even thinking about relationships.
So now I have to think
about like, okay, now this is legally an option, but then also seeing the lot of hurdles that, you know, are getting taken away from us. So then it's like that kind of mentally play with your mind. So it's like, if I, at 24, somebody's like, hey, you want to date for what? You know, what we're going to do? Just shack up, you know?
I feel like when I came out, like, it wasn't even my story. Like, I feel like it was all around school. Like, I was like, you know, going from 11th grade to 12th grade, and like, I ended up, I saw his daddy. This is what we was talking about earlier. I started going out to the club. I had another gay friend that went to like Smiley. And so we both knew we was gay since like middle school. You know, we was the only people that knew. We didn't tell nobody. But then once we found out, like, oh, it's a gay club, I got my first car. I was working at Chick-fil-A. So I went and picked him up, her and them. And we went out to Bartini's, and we had a good time. Like, you know, that's what I was kind of telling y'all before we came in. Like, before I came here, you kind of like reached out to me to tell me kind of like what we was going to be talking about. And I was like, the coming out part, like when I first started going out, like that was a fucking happy time in my life. Like, and I didn't really think about it until I talked to you after that and was talking to Derek, and I'm just like, that was a good time to just go in there and just like, bitch, I can twerk, I can, you know, just dance and be myself. Like, I can be around like men that's like me. Like, it was just like, you know, when I think back about that time in my life, like I just smile like, oh, bitch, I was having fun. Like,
that's like the first time you felt like you could just be free and 100% yourself.
So the first time I actually went out to a gay club, I seen his daddy in the club. And mind you, like, we with some people, they getting us like tour, you know, we having like little cocktails. This was my first time like drinking liquor. We weren't like super drunk. Yeah, I went up to him and I was like,
hey, Carl.
Hey, Carl.
Thought he was grown.
And, you know, I used to call him Mr. Carl. Like, so I had went up and slapped him on the back like, hey, Carl. And he turned around. He not a Jack now. He his regular self. And he turned around like, Marquise? And so he like, you know, he shook. But I'm like, you know, I done had me like one little amaretto sour. So I'm like,
that was
amaretto, by the way. You know how bartending, like, you'll be surprised. That is still a thing.
That is still like
nobody drink this.
Yeah, but the crazy thing was,
they do.
My daddy was quick to spill his tea because he called me in the like the moment he saw him in the restroom. I still hear the music blasting.
That was one thing when I think Richard kind of like, because I feel like before that, somebody at school had seen some on MySpace of just like people calling me like girl on, you know, but maybe I was out a little bit before that.
So did you know at the point whenever your daddy called you?
No, I think he was kind of in denial.
Because
he had heard it, but he was like, this was my real friend.
Right. I was like,
he thinking like,
I was
you
like,
know,
his cousin gay.
Somebody
so
saying something gay. You know, he gay or something. He not gay.
That's how it was for me and him, though.
Like something negative. Yeah, like they talking shit about him.
Oh, baby, I just did a whole spree of
we got to tell our coming out story for each other.
But how I found out about him, it was like a mutual friend that we all had at the time had called me. I was in college.
No. We're not going through all these details. Skip over.
This is my conversation with friends.
Protect my story.
What I tell you, he is protecting his brand.
I'm not finna say nothing that's gonna get you caught up.
No, I'm just saying of what happened.
All I'm saying is
the specificities.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to say all of that. That ain't my story to tell. But anyways, I just got a phone call. Y'all was still in high school, and I was in college, and I got a phone call from my friend and was like, girl, you know Richard is gay. And I'm like, bitch, you got him fucked up. So I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? Like, no, you lying. But so then the next time I came to Houston, I went to go see him at his mama's house, and we get in the car, and I was like, boy, do you know that she called me talking about you gay, and I told her that she need to quit lying on you, and she need to quit. And he was like, he got real quiet. He was just quiet. And I'm like, okay, you ain't got nothing to say. He was like, well, and then that's when he told me. I was like, well, goddamn. I was over here defending your ass.
I think when you had that, because that's how it was with Brina, like, you know, when she would like, and y'all be defending, you know, because you're looking at it like, okay, just somebody talking shit about you that's saying something that you obviously said that you not gay. You know, so whatever. But I feel like with her, it was that same thing when I said it, you know, it was just like, bitch. You know, like, it was just, you kind of caught off guard. Right?
Yeah. And I guess, in a way, you can just say we probably were in denial. I feel like, because I mean, we have a family full of women, girls or whatever, and so I was just thinking he just was always like one the only boy.
I'm literally the only
and he
boy.
just
And
always
the only
with
person that's
us,
the only
and-
child in my family.
Yeah, and I'm like, he just always with the girls, you know, he just him.
He just,
and
yeah.
Whole time.
whole time, he is a girl.
Hey.
Surprise, surprise.
But yeah, I think y'all story is funny about how y'all found out about each other.
Yeah.
You want to tell it? Should I tell it?
I don't know if I do. I know this.
Yes. I
Oh,
was with
you were there.
So
You were there when it happened.
Let's preface
I don't know
this.
if I
You know,
remember
Brianna
this,
is my cousin. Alan and I, we go back since high school. Is one of my best friends. I've been knowing this person right here since third grade. Third fucking grade. His grandmother stayed next door to my mama. We stayed over each other's house, blah, blah, blah. But the particular night in question was that I had already came out to you. I came out to like everybody. But I was kind of doing
high school.
Because this is
after
college.
high school. Yeah, this
I
was
was in
after,
college.
yeah, we were in college. So I had already was texting people, you know, like, hey, this long ass passage and this, I'm gay.
I do remember that. Now that
And
you
we
said
had
it,
went
'cause I
out,
remember
and I
thinking
had
in my
just
head,
started
like,
going
this
out.
bitch is stupid. Why are you texting all these people? But by this time,
Yeah.
I'm in the
But
floor.
it was just
Yeah.
like, I'm telling everybody that's kind of close to me, but I just can't tell like my best friend or whatever. Cause you know, like, hey, he was always in a relationship with girls, whatever. So we went out because we was always going out, and I was supposed to go out with Roderick that night, and I canceled on him right before we went out. I was like, babe, I'm sorry. Hello. I had just got a taste of it, and I was like,
He trying to go again.
I'm going tonight. So we were supposed to go to the movies, and I told him like, nah, I'm not gonna make it, blah blah blah. So we ended up going out, me and you, and this is where I knew you was in it because I saw him, and the only reason I knew it was you because I just let you borrow a shirt, and it was the same shirt, and I said I had a shirt, and it was yeah,
Right?
I said I had a shirt, and then I looked, I said, bitch, that's right.
Did we see?
I saw you.
Okay,
I don't
so
remember
hold on.
this. I
So
don't remember
me and
this.
you had already saw each other out before he had even said something.
Okay, so that's when
And
we saw it in
then
the hallway.
this
'cause I
particular,
remember.
we were at 2020, and he
We
was
at 20.
freaking out. Baby, you was drunk by the time.
Yeah,
and all
because
this
I
stuff.
came up
Like,
to you
no
and I
shade, but it
told
was-
you,
yeah,
I came up and told you, and you was like, you look,
Having a ball.
and look,
Okay.
I had a whole dude in his face, and he over here trying to make out, and I was like, well, what do I do? What do I say? Did this? I don't know what to do because like at the time I didn't see him.
You asking
Like
me
I'm
this.
asking you
And you
because
just
I
in your
saw
world.
him.
And the only guy I remember he said,
Probably
he was
like,
like,
"Girl, get out of my
bitch,
face."
he in the gay club. What the fuck you think? Just go talk to him.
Okay,
He was
man,
like,
that's
yeah. He was like, get the. He was like, get the fuck out my
Okay,
face. Like,
that
go
is
say
you.
something to him. Like, I ain't got nothing to. And I'm like, well, he ain't seen me yet, so like, let me just
Baby,
keep
let
it
me
on
tell
the
you
cool.
I kind of remember
I'm
this.
standing
I
next
kinda
to one of my
remember it, and then
homeboys,
I talked about
Sonny.
it.
All I remember is I'm getting a tap on my shoulder. I was like, oh, it's a nigga. I turned around, it's this nigga. I was like, oh.
And we
Hey,
just like
friend.
freeze.
Like, didn't say nothing. We just looked at each
Like,
other
bust
like,
out
looked at each
laughing.
other.
we just looked at each other, was like,
I kind of remember this now.
I'm gonna talk
And
to
it's
you
crazy
afterwards.
because
Yeah.
thinking back on it, like I met both of y'all in 9th grade.
Uh-huh.
But you know, like y'all was like, you know, y'all was friends since like
Mhm.
kids. So
Yeah.
it's just like thinking
Yeah.
back
But
on
it's
it now,
crazy
like,
'cause,
it's
like,
crazy because I
okay,
feel like y'all
so-
talk more than y'all
Mhm.
talk.
So this is what I
Yeah.
thought.
Y'all
So
never
in
had like
high
any
school-
inkling
Oh,
like
I
when
knew.
y'all was
This is-
younger?
and this is the thing.
I did
I
not.
I
did
thought that they were together, like when we were in high school.
Me
and
Yeah.
Richard.
Oh,
These
these
two.
two.
Oh wow.
Well,
So I told you that.
Yeah,
Because
you
remember when
did,
we
you
was
did,
like
you
beefing
did.
in high school for like the 3 months?
Mhm.
I swore I thought Ellen was your man.
Yeah, he was like,
I
yeah, you
re- I-
going over
bitch,
here
I went
running
to
my
hell.
In high school, hold on now.
baby.
Girl, it's 12th
You
grade,
took
yeah,
a
you were.
sabbatical.
But you didn't know that.
Stop it.
Now you took a sabbatical.
Stop it.
No.
Anyway, so I thought they were together. So I kind of figured, and then there were rumors going around, but we're not gonna talk about that. But anyway,
Yeah.
there was a
What was
rumor
the
going
rumors?
around.
Bitch,
We're not gonna do that.
Okay.
There was a rumor
It
going
was
around.
basically about somebody on the basketball team that
Yeah.
we were
We gonna get to that
Yeah,
later.
we're gonna talk to that later.
You
Yeah.
on?
me.
Him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard that.
And so I knew, so
Yeah.
I figured, but I was just like, when he ready, he'll tell me. Then I was just like, well, shit, bitch, when I'm ready, I'll tell him. So it's like when it happened, we didn't say
But
say
during that
anything to each
transition
other.
from high school when that rumor was going around,
Mm-hmm.
and then
I was defending my friend
y'all
long
didn't
time.
think about it at
I was
all?
No,
defending my
because
friend. I was
he
like,
ain't
cause
told
this
me.
is my nigga. Like, he
He's
ain't
a-
said
and
nothing.
he-
See,
also-
because y'all was still figuring out stuff
Right,
out
we
too,
were.
So,
But then also, like,
We
Roger
were.
was always a serial dater. He always had a girlfriend since the
Always,
moment I
yeah.
met him. So he always was in a
Ooh.
relationship. He got out and was with somebody. Even in college, he was telling me about the girl he was sleeping with, blah, blah. I was still a virgin up
But see,
until
bitch, you did the
college.
same thing. So, okay, so I was in class one day, and when I was a freshman, he texted me, bitch, I lost my virginity to a girl. I was like, bitch, I'm in class. I'm going to call you as soon as I leave. As soon as I left, we talked like I was on campus. We talked for like 30 minutes. And then this happened like maybe a year later. I was just like, bitch, why you didn't? So after the club closed at 4 at the time. We sat in the car with each other for 2 hours talking. I was like,
talked it
why
out.
you ain't say nothing?
Yeah.
Bitch, why you ain't say nothing?
I do kind of remember now,
because
you left.
Yeah, so it was just us two. So we were just like, he left with me.
Right, you went to the after
we
hours.
sat down and we talked I was just like, well, why you never say nothing? He was just like, because I didn't know how to navigate. And I was like, well, the same, because I always had girlfriends. And I had to tell him, I was like, well, I've been with the same nigga for like a year and da-da-da-da-da. And so like it all came out. And then bitch, literally the next night, oh, we going out. I was just like,
night,
and we went out. And it was just like,
the beauty of it is
was just like,
first of all, I feel very robbed. Because I feel like y'all having these memories is just like so gorgeous, and I never really like got to come out. You know what I mean? It was just kind of like everybody just always knew I was there. But I think it's beautiful that like y'all had friendship even before that, and then when that happened,
it just elevated.
It elevated.
Because what people don't understand, like me and Rich have been friends since we were like 8. And I tell people all the time, like, this is my person. Like, my friendship, like, if anything were to ever happen, we even had a marriage pact. Like, if we ain't married by 45, bitch, we gonna get married. We ain't finna play slap and tickle, though. You do what you want to do. I do what I want to do.
Like Carl and Cynthia.
We can stay in the same house. You stay on your side with your little concubine over there. I'm gonna stay on my side, my little concubine. If anything happens, you gonna get all my shit.
You're gonna take care of
you handle everything. But it's just like, this is my best friend. Like, good, bad, up, down.
I love that y'all was best friends before that, though.
And same
you know
with
what I mean?
Because like,
I think it's proof that like outside of pride and just gayness, heterosexuality and everything, just like your people be your people.
Yeah.
Like
no matter what you go through,
like I
no
met my
matter who
best
you
friend
are,
because I was gay. I had a boyfriend. We was dating. Dramatic. I'm 12, y'all. I caught my boyfriend cheating on me. Bitch, I'm devastated. Like,
not at 12.
The nigga that he was cheating on me with was dating my best friend now named Nigel. And me, I find his contact. I call him. I'm like, our boyfriends, like I caught them together. Me and Nigel have spoken every day since then, since we was like 12 years old. But it was like, I found my best friend like in the game. You know, but I found somebody like me where it was like his family was the same way. Like, they knew he was gay and he was able to be gay, you know? But the fact that y'all was friends before y'all even knew something
I just feel like
authentic.
us coming out, it just made our friendship deeper. It's just like, okay, well, now you know what I go through. You know.
It's beautiful that it did that too.
It's like, oh, okay, well,
it just made it.
Y'all was all in a place where, you know?
Oh, and then when we came out, I was with this motherfucker and this motherfucker. Every fucking... When I was in college, it was every weekend, especially the summer school. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Y'all was in them streets.
Friend, just stay. Just come down Thursday night, and then we're going to go out Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Then Sunday, he was like, friend, I got to go to work the next day. He was like, well, what's time got to be at work?
I was working. You was working.
We all were.
But I think, like I was saying before we started, like that was just a time that it was just like
fun.
It was happy.
It was.
I want that for like the not that we ain't young, because we young.
Yeah, we still young.
But I kind of wish, like, I feel like now with our, not youth adjacent, I'm crying, but like our community now, it's just, I'm not going to dwell on it, but like, I feel like they are missing out on like that community of like really being gay and like just getting it out and like exploring it and like
and y'all
finding...
had to build a community with each other.
because when you got to discover you gay, nobody talk about it, but it's like once you find out you gay, now you got to go through like a whole nother identity journey where it's like, I'm gay and where do I fall?
Right.
What do
I even dress like? Because when we even first started going out, I was like, okay, well, what is my style? I'm gay now, so I need to wear super deep V-necks.
Yeah. Coming on with like, I'm already like established.
You gave American Apparel.
So he was
you gave American Apparel.
No, not even that, but I feel like
I was trying, but then I was
trying
like,
to figure it out. Like
I'm still wearing, you know, like boy, you know,
like this.
Yeah, I'm wearing boy, but then I go to the club and then I see everybody throwing ass and they're in tights. So I'm like, I need to wear tights, and I'm like, do I even like this? And like, oh, okay, well then he over here had turbans on back in the like. We was giving you. So I mean, like you're right. You do have to figure out like your style, like what you know, who you attracted to.
But do y'all feel like the gays now, like the not the gays now, because we're still the gays.
365.
But like, I feel like I don't know. Like when I go out sometimes, like I just feel like now when you go to the gay club, like, I don't know, it don't feel like gay no more.
You feel like you don't feel like an outsider because it's like you don't feel like what we grew up in is totally different. Like the kids nowadays, it's just I don't know even how to describe it.
They don't even have the drag shows like
during the club.
I cannot express. Mind y'all, first of all, little secret about me, I was a show boy. I did pageants and all, but I'm not gonna tell y'all my name because y'all gonna find me. But I was a Sherrington, and I was winning. But I feel like even getting to do that, like pageantry and like shows, like I feel like our experience in going to the club and like having shows and everything, like I feel like they don't do.
Look, because I was there with them.
Right,
none of it.
Was the time.
Yeah, because now it's monetized.
We still kind of like, we see a show going on, or we know a show going on. We might go to it.
And it was the way to show love, and you know, like even then, like I feel like for our age group, like we grew up. I think that's why we're a little bit more. I don't want to say accepting, but just like we honor like trans people and drag queens. Like we think they was like our celebrities. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, she do shows, like you know, or whatever. Like
I'm out. I'm trying to figure myself out. But this bitch, she really
like we look up to them. Like you know, I feel like now I meet younger gays and they kind of like. If they see a show, they like, oh girl, they offer it.
I was just at a drag brunch, and that was like it was majority like straight white women. You know, it was. I was just like bridal showers, birthdays, whatever. And I was like, it was like maybe like
it's like
12, like it was like 12, you know, like gay men there, and it was like even the part like the table I was with, I was like one dude was straight, one guy was gay, but I was like, okay, like we like you said, the community was there because it's all we had. Now everybody's like, oh, we can go to this club, and also too like drag and like special performances. I think is monetized now. So like people like, no, I'm going and I'm gonna get a Sunday thing. I'm gonna get booked. I'm gonna get a coin. And ain't nobody doing like a Thursday night where it was like, girl, I'm. I mean, not saying
what it is you saying that probably is what has changed it. Maybe like because you know Miami you got Palace, right? Maybe like they can't even go to them spaces to be gay now because it's like it's straight people there.
I feel like our sense of community in those spaces is gone. Like we don't have it.
Like
if we go together, then we'll have a good time. But then we like stuck off in a corner and it's a whole bunch of like you said, bridal parties, birthday parties,
bachelorette parties and all that.
I'm just like, okay, but this is for us. Like we can't even enjoy our spaces because it's filled with these.
Yeah, and I think that our younger gays, they're being raised in so much like inclusivity that like they don't. Like we would nurture our community, and I feel like they don't do that because they don't really feel like
it's a little bit more.
But it's different though because I feel like we came out like 18, 19, 20, 21. These kids coming out at 12, 13, 14, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Well, I mean,
so it's
like
different.
But we just wasn't out.
But we weren't just like out and telling people. So I feel like it's different now because we still had to hide ourselves. But these kids are coming out and at 12 years old, and everybody's like, okay, cool, you're gay. Let me hear this.
So do y'all think they're like missing out or they're like more, I don't want to say more fortunate.
The experiences that we had, they are missing out.
Because like, even you was like, you know, they being robbed of this, you know, but I'm like, okay, that was, you know, it was fun for us, but to them, what, you know, they experienced, it might be fun to them.
Yeah.
You know, I mean.
To play devil's advocate, you know, about bringing other outsiders to, you know, because we've all brung, you know, our straight, you know, girls, you know, to get a little kiki, whatever like that. And also, too, is like, I feel like maybe the older generation felt the same way about us. Like, so it probably, they need some to season, get a little, when they get 30, they're going to probably be the ones that's like, okay, I feel you, this, but devil's advocate, I think that we were young.
Everybody had a time.
They are different. Like I even remember being young and gay and going in the club. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But it's just like going out. No, just going out and like kind of like seeing older people and being like timid and like afraid. Like these young boys in the club now, they be like,
they don't care.
They don't care.
Well, as you can see, we didn't even get through everything that we want to talk about. We're going to have part 2 because we can talk about this all day, okay? But I want to thank y'all for coming and joining joining me today. This has been very enlightening.
Yes,
we're gonna have to do this again.
Let's run it back.
You know,
because you had a question on there about like code switching.
Look, I had questions
about code switching, and I was like, I really feel that it was like super needed to like talk about, and like the ways we.
Or did your friendships change? Because I got a story.
How did your family take it? Look, we're gonna have to run this back. I want to thank y'all too for tuning in every Monday at 7 a.m. Make sure that y'all rate, like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let us know what you think about this episode, and if you want to keep the conversation going, down in the description box or in the comment box, let me know. In the description box, though, I will put all of their information so you can follow them, find them on Instagram, support these boys out here in these streets.
And by supporting us, also support the community. Go out and vote. Be active. Be proactive. Support local, trans, gay, Black, all things, you know, because right now, even though we like laughing, kikiing or whatever, like our community is under attack every single day. Not trying to be a little advocate or whatever, but I'm just saying, like, you know, this is fun. Thank you for having us. But I do think that the people that are going to support you also need to support us, you know, because this could be gone, you know. And it's not just us that is going to really get affected, but, you know.
Richard for president. All right, y'all. So until next time, we out. Peace.
Okay.
Bye, ladies. Bye, y'all.